of the Metzger Open. I think so far, in spite of some weather hang-ups, we've done pretty good. We're only an hour behind the final time of 3. So in honor of Ken Vandenberg, one of my favorite people in the world, and Dr. William Black, a 20-year sponsor of this event. On the trumpet, God Bless the USA. And following that, Mary White will sing the national anthem.
Everybody to stand. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, this final round match is the best of 3 tie-break sets. To the left of the chair, from Columbus, Georgia, KP Panu. To the right of the chair, from York, Pennsylvania, Holden Coons. Panu won the toss and has elected to serve. Three minutes.
Metzger Open. I am Brad Strasser, along with me BJ Monroe. We're running about an hour behind schedule. BJ, a short storm came through about 1:30, 2 o'clock, dumped rain onto the court.
2 minutes.
But the grounds crew here did a fantastic job to get the court back ready to go, and what was a little bit of an hour of work time to get it to where it is now as we prepare for this final between KP Panu and Holden Coons for this Metzger Open final. But I think the story to start off this match, BJ, will be how this court plays compared to what they faced all throughout the week, because that rain came in. It was short, but it was heavy, and it will have an effect on how the court and the balls play here for early on in this match.
Yeah, Brad, glad to be here again for the 33rd Metzger Open, and it's an honor and privilege to be alongside you. I think yeah, the rain came a little bit, and that's gonna dampen the court. I mean, they did a really fabulous job of getting it through and getting everything ready, but the court's gonna play a little slower. They put more material on
1 minute.
So it's definitely gonna play slower, and especially the weather. It's not really that hot today, and you got a little bit of breeze. So I know the players are anxious, to get out there. So and the court looks really good still. So but definitely it's gonna play a little bit slower than usual.
And seeing these two players play, you've been here since the start of the tournament. What can we expect out of KP Panu first off? Being he's not the local favorite, Coons here from York, Pennsylvania, but KP a little bit farther away. So what can we expect out of KP Panu today?
Yeah, well, the crowd's going to be heavy favorite on Coon's side. And I think this is his first final, to get here. So everyone is anxious and anticipating, but KP's been in this situation a lot of times. He's from New Zealand, and he's playing in America. He's used to that, and he's been playing a lot of challengers recently, and but yeah, I mean, so I don't think it's gonna bother him, but I want to see how Coon's nerves is. This is the first time he's made the final
First set,
here, and
KP Panu to
he's gonna have
serve.
a lot of support.
So Panu to
Ready?
serve first
Play.
to open up this Metzger Open final.
Love.
So early on, like you made mention, PJ, Coons a semi-finalist a year ago, but this is his first final in what you could call his home tournament here.
Yeah.
But again, both these players, 28 years old, both young guys per se, but both of them first time in a Metzger Open final.
30 love.
Yeah, I think you know, Coons wants to have a good performance, and I think it's very important for him. But you know, all week he's looked solid. You know, I've talked personally to both of these guys. You know, especially Coons, and he's excited for it. So you know, it seems like a little nerves to start, but that's normal.
And we've talked in years
30-15.
past, early these first couple games, the first set is really about feeling each other out. And now with obviously the weather playing a factor, they have to feel each other out as well as feel this court out.
Yes, yeah. The court's going to play a little different than it did the week, and you know, but these guys are, you know, used to this, so I think they'll be all right. But you know, it's a final, so it's different.
$40-15.
A little bit more free swinging there from Coons, but he's had a couple of looks at second serves here early.
Yeah, KP has been very solid the whole week from the baseline, so.
Game Panu, first game.
So easy hold for KP Panu to open up this first set. And knowing these two players like you do, BJ, what is the most prominent or most dangerous?
He's very solid. You know, I mean, I watched him all week. He beat a guy that beat me, a young kid, ONB. But he's been solid all week. I mean, his backhand's very steady, and he's just a backboard back there. You know, and you're gonna have to beat him. You know, he's not gonna just give you anything, and that's been the biggest thing I've seen all week with him. So, and again, he's a little bit more of a veteran on the circuit. You know, he's been around 400. You know, between 400 and 500. So, you know, he knows how to play. You know, so.
So Coons will step up for his first service game of the first set. Now with the
15
court playing a little slower, the ball's playing a little bit slower, does that encourage players to attempt some more of those drop shots, or are they going to want to play a little bit more of a baseline game? How does that affect their maybe strategy coming into a set?
Yeah, I think both of them are just going to feel the ball for a little bit, you know, feel it out. So, you know, it's just more of an element of surprise, you know, because both of them want to be back there and just to break that pattern a little bit, you know, throw in a couple of drop shots, which is always good on clay.
That one sails long on Coons.
15 all.
A little surprise tactic there, I think, by KP. You know, again, he doesn't want to stay in that part, and he's actually, like, you know, trying to break it a little bit, take a little bit of time, because he knows Coons wants to just stay there and feel the ball a little bit. So I commend him for that. Wow.
15-30.
Tough one here, and Coons maybe facing an early challenge here already in his first service game.
Yeah, good opportunity, and KP is switching it up here, you know, giving him some droppers here, which is part of the strategy, it looks like.
That shot sails long
30 all.
for Panu. Like you mentioned, Panu currently, as it stands, ranked 769th. Year to date, his career high rank back in 2024 last year, 437.
Yeah,
40,
he's
30.
You know, I talked to him personally, and he's been between 400 and 500, and he's kind of winding it down his career. He said, you know, and because he's been stuck around there, so.
Deuce.
But again, I think, you know, I watched him against Witten around before a little bit, and, you know, he hardly misses backhands. You know, I mean, I think Holden is going to have to try to fire his forehand. He misfired twice in this game on his forehand, so, you know, that's where Holden's going to get it. I mean, backhand and backhand is going to be tough.
Is that shot
Advantage
goes
Panu.
long as well, so Panu shot at the early break here on Kuhn's opening service game.
Yeah, Holden a little anxious there. You know, he needs to try to get a first serve in here to get some proactivity. Went for it.
And
There
the
it is.
opportunity to attack for Panu.
Game Panu.
He puts that one
Panu
down the
leading
line,
2
and
games
he's
to
up
love.
the early
Set.
break here in the first set, 2-0 to open up this Metzger Open final.
Yeah, as I said, Brad, his backhand's been solid all week, and he just showed it just now, going after it. Yeah, Holden's gonna have to get some first serves and maybe attack the forehand a little bit more.
So well work there for Coons.
Love 15.
And obviously still very early, but Coons is getting a lot of looks at second serves here.
Yes. And you notice he attacked the forehand there again a little bit, so I mean, KP's solid, but you know, you gotta know what the weakness is, or the weaker side rather. First serve there.
15 all.
The sun is peeking out, so that's a good sign.
Things start to heat up, temperature right around 84 degrees. When moving from left to right. Another good first serve there.
30-15.
Yeah, he's mixing it up really well here, Brad. You know, 2 first serves, but he's you know, he's hitting some slice, some flat, so he's holding off balance right now.
That return goes long as well.
3
40,
first serves
15.
in a row. And that's a very important thing, you know. You'd see pros, you know, to know that you're a good server, you gotta have to have some variety. And he's making it and having some variety.
And a great shot from Panu, and he will go up
Game Panu.
3-0 here in this opening
Panu
set.
leads 3 games to love. First set.
Just taking a look here at the journey to the final for both of these guys. Panu, obviously, he was the top seed coming into the 33rd annual Metzger Open. His real challenge came in the semifinal against Jesse Witten, where he was pushed to 3 sets and went to a 3rd set tiebreaker, where he was able to come out on top with a score of 9-7 in that 3rd set tiebreaker for Panu. Coons also went relatively unchallenged until the semifinals, where he came out on top of 3 sets, score 6-2, 2-6, 6-2. So watching them this week, we've talked a little bit about Panu. What does Holden Coons have to his game that makes him such a tough outing and got him to this championship match?
Well, I played him, Brad, about, I think it was about 3 years ago. And the guy's like a very fierce competitor. He's very focused, you know, very nice gentleman, but he's a big competitor, and he keeps his focus really well. You know, he has to continue to do that or whatever. You know, I mean, again, I talked to him this week extensively, especially a couple days ago, and he's playing these, you know, tournaments in Dallas where they're money tournaments, you know, and he hasn't lost one yet, and so he's playing a lot of tennis and more competitive end. I mean, he has a full-time job, but he's playing a lot of competitive tennis, and I think that's helped him this week.
Down already a break here in this first set. Love 3 down. Looking to get a hold to get back into rhythm. Great return there from Panu.
Love 15.
Just right at the feet, back at the baseline. Coons not having too much time to adjust there early on that first point.
Yeah, and as we stated earlier, Coons has to make more first serves. I mean, KP's just leaning in and taking the advantage right away. So even if he has to take a little bit off the first, he has to get some first serves in.
Well worked point there from Coons.
15 all.
There's a good first serve, and he you know, started to point ahead. He has to be a little bit in front of KP here. So yeah, even if he has to take a little bit off the first serve, he has to get that first serve in so he can start dictating a little bit more. Right on cue.
Right as you said, like a good first serve to put himself down on the front foot in this service game. So 2 chances at a hold. This first of the match in this first set.
Good job of getting some first serves here from Holden.
Well worked, 3 straight points there really from Coons to get that hold, get in a little bit more comfortably.
Very good game, and you know, always that first game getting on the board is very important, and you feel like you get your teeth into the match. So that was a very good game by Holden. I mean, again, you know, 3 first serves there, you know, and it got in charge there. Getting back to KP's road to the final, we talk a little bit about that. I mean, he played Jesse Witten, who's won this tournament multiple times. Very crazy match in the semifinal. Talk about it here in a second.
from Coons there as well.
Well done.
Good defense turned to offense there.
Yes. So alluding back to that, we have to watch KP's health right there. He played against Witten and won an easy first set, lost the second set, and he got ill. He had to take an injury time out at the end of the second set and wasn't sure that he would continue. You know. And somehow he
15-0.
And somehow he got to a 5-1 lead against Witten. Match in hand, seemingly over. And but the Witten, the fighter he is, came back and won 6 straight games. Good close by KP.
30-15.
But yeah, he was a 5-1 in the third set against Witten, and match seemingly in hand, and then he found himself serving 5-6 to try to stay in it. And they went to a tiebreaker, and KP was down 6-2 in the tiebreaker, and ended up coming all the way back and winning 9-7, which was crazy, crazy match.
Another well-worked point from Panu.
40-15.
Like you were talking about Jesse Witten, we can get more into him in a moment, but
Yeah.
6-time winner of the Metzger Open, 4 in a row from 2016 to 2019. So a hard out to get Jesse Witten in the semifinals of the Metzger Open. Panu with the hold into the changeover, leads 4-1 here in this first set.
It leads 4-1, first set.
And again, Panu on that backhand's very solid, Brad. I mean, like, he's just taking that early, hitting winners, and I don't think he's missed a backhand yet. But he's lucky, you know. Again, that was a tough match against Jesse. I mean, Jesse had 4 match points, and Jesse, you know, typically puts those matches away. And so I commend KP on that. But you know, Jesse is just like, you know, I mean, again, just an incredible player. I think he's 43, 44 years old, and he's still playing at a very high level, which is very commendable. I talked to him this week again, and he said, you know, he only played like 2 or 3 matches this year, and which is even more commendable, playing a guy that level and having 4 match points.
Jesse, again, a 6-time winner. Hasn't been back to the Metzger Open final since his last win in 2019, but has made the semifinals in 2021, 2023, and the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025. His first title came back in 2012, but won 4 straight from 2016 to 2019. Second in all-time Metzger Open titles, trailing only Jimmy Arias, who has 7 total wins, with he getting 4 in a row from 1995 to 1998. But how close Witten has been time after time, but just can't get back to that Metzger Owner final over the last couple of years.
Friend, do you want to come here to take a picture?
So Holden Coons now to serve down a break 4-1 in this first set.
Oh, wow.
Great shot from Panu as he continues to have that success on the backhand side.
And we see a little bit of the showman he is, you know, living in the crowd. It seems like he loves the crowd, and, you know, he loves it against him. I mean, but that was a heck of a forehand down the line winner. Oh,
And
another
one.
winner. KP's feeling it right now, Brad.
Love 30.
And were you able to catch up with Panu after, like you said, took an injury timeout yesterday, how he was feeling today, coming into today's match?
Wow.
What a shot.
Wow.
And what a point as he takes a bow. Well fought by Coons to keep that one alive, but ultimately KP too good in that one.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit, and he said he was feeling good, you know, but he obviously doesn't want to give too much away. But right now, Brad, he looks like he's feeling really, really good. And I mean, he's playing really, really high-level tennis right now. Great volley.
Well worked point from Coons on the front foot.
15.
On that point,
40.
is going to have to fight off a couple more break points.
Yeah, he seems to be moving well, feeling well. You know, and right now, Holden's not playing too bad. I mean, KP's just playing a really high level.
So another one there from Coons. Still has
30,
to fight off
40.
one more break point.
And Holden's doing what he needs to do. You know, he's staying in there, trying to weather off the storm, and staying aggressive. That's all he can do right now.
That one misses.
Game
So that's
Panu.
another break for KP Panu, up 5-1 here
Newly
in this
five games
first
to
set.
one. First set.
Again, Holden's not playing bad right now. I mean, KP's just taking it to him and still hasn't missed the backhand yet.
Love 15.
Oh, just
that
missed.
lob, it does sail long.
15-all.
As Panu has the chance to close out this set here on his serve.
$30-15.
Just not seeing too many openings right here for Holden. KB's putting the pressure on, and Holden's just got to stay in there.
So great serve
40-15.
for Panu, and he will have 2 straight chances to close out this first set.
Game in first
That
set,
will do
Panu.
it. First set, 6-1
6-1.
to Panu to open up this Metzger Open final. And like you said, BJ, there's not many openings for Holden Coons to attack just how good Panu has been so far. So what's going through the mind of Coons as he sits down at this changeover after the first set?
Well, Coons has to stay, you know, again, not discouraged, and to keep playing his game, you know. I mean, and again, he's not playing a bad game right now. You know, Panu is a good, you know, front runner. You know, again, he beat Jesse 6-1 in the first set, same as today. So, you know, I think he just has to stay aggressive, stay with it, and, you know, right now, hope Panu, you know, drops off a little bit. You know, but Holden, again, you know, he's a great competitor. He's, you know, it's just one set, and the good thing about tennis is it starts over again. You know, you lose one set, start over again, and, you know, you're back to square one, you know, so.
It's all back to 0 for this second set. Panu, just looking at some of his more recent matches here over the last few months, just came from a challenger match back on June 2nd, where he wasn't able to make it out of the first round, but back in May, played on the clay in Orlando in an ITF tournament where he was able to pick up a first round win over Fishback, who was ranked 747th in the world in 3 sets, but then ultimately fell in the round of 16. So Panu, he's getting plenty of matches in and around the clay throughout the year. But like you made mention, BJ, he's kind of made mention that he's winding down at this point in his tennis career, just with where he's been floating in and around the international rankings.
Yeah, I talked to him, and he alluded that he's been, you know, offered a job in Columbus, Georgia, where he's from, and, you know, at a country club there where he's gonna, you know, be head of a tennis tennis racket operations to start with, and he's committed to taking that, which is a bit a little sad. I mean, because he's still playing a high level tennis, but as he said, it's not paying the bills.
So second set underway here with Coons to serve. Great return there from Panu.
Continually pressuring Holden here. That's why that first serve is very important. Nice shot.
Well worked from Coons there. It's just hard watching early on here to watch these two players play and see what you could even say for Coons to attack or really go after, because Panu hadn't been so good in that first set.
Not a first serve miss there, Rad. He's got to keep that first serve percentage up. That's got to be, his prime focus. We haven't really kept the percentage, but I mean his percentage is pretty high when he makes that first serve in and winning the point. Can't give KP too much second serves. He's really leaning in and taking advantage of it. So, but as a 30-15 here.
So two chances to hold here for Coons in the
40-15
opening game of this second set.
Another first serve, another point. Justin. Wow.
As Panu gets one back. Still another chance to hold here for Coons.
Coons is working really hard here, Brad. But he just has to stay in here. First serve right here would be great. Close call there. We don't know the indication.
Deuce.
Call was the ball was out, so that puts it at deuce.
Game Coons, first game, second set.
Call changed as Panus said no, that ball was in. So a hold for Holden Coons to open up this second set, a tight one like you said there to end that game, but Holden now on the front foot to start up a hold here early in set number 2.
That was a really important game right there, really important. He got dug in there, and I think he needs that to start off here. That's to get a little bit momentum. At least he's up in the set, and now we can hopefully dig in and try to get an early break.
Yeah, he had plenty of looks at second serve at the first set, but it didn't play much of a factor as Panu was just that good in set number 1 that his first serve percentage might not have been very high, but his ground strokes were just so strong in the way he worked the points and kept the ball deep to the baseline that Coons just never could really get an attack going on those second serves.
Yeah. No, again, I didn't think Holden played a bad set. I think, KP played a really high level set, and but I think Coons is, winning that first game is right where he needs to be right now. So let's see if he can get, on top of him right here.
15 love.
Strong serve from KP there. Start off the game.
Yeah, what is dangerous for Coons is if that first serve percentage does go up for KP, how much harder it will be to attack in the second set.
Well, Brady's just not making that many errors, so that's the challenge. Oh.
A great drop shot. Coons not able to get there in time.
30 love.
Puts it at 30 love here for KP.
KP's taking out the whole arsenal here. I mean, he's hitting great. He has drop shots, touch. She's showing a little bit of everything right here, and it's really fun to see.
So 3 chances to hold here for
40
Purdue.
love.
Just not getting any cracks. He's not getting, Holden just not getting any cracks to put some pressure on him.
And on an easy hold for Panu, levels us
Game
at 1
Purdue.
apiece.
1 game all, second set.
Very good game there. I mean, again, we keep saying it, but he's just not making any errors right now, and he's making it, a lot of pressure on Coons' serve. But hopefully, Coons continues to serve a high percentage here and keep it going.
For Coons right now, it's maybe not looking for the cracks in that game right yet, but just stringing a couple of service games together, getting a couple holds in place.
I agree. Great.
Good way to
ball.
open that game there. A good serve, and then a good shot
15 love.
down the line to get that first point.
Olin is doing exactly what he needs, Brad. He's still staying aggressive, and he just gets letting the chips fall where they may, but he's doing what he needs to do. Great serve.
30 love.
Ace.
A nice sliding volley there
30,
from
15.
Panu.
That's just high IQ right there. He sensed he had Holden pinned in a corner, and he just snuck in and put away a volley. High IQ there. But nonetheless, Holden's up 30-15.
And a great shot there from Coons as he'll have 2 shots to hold here.
40-15.
KP with the pressure again, but Coons is doing really well at staying engaged and staying aggressive. I'm really impressed by that.
And a hold for Coons moves us to 2-1 here in this second set.
Game Coons. Coons leads
as you
2 games
alluded to
1,
earlier
second set,
there,
first
Brad,
set.
I think just stringing along some games on his serve, give him a little bit of confidence, and he's doing that, doing a really good job. First serve percentage high, and you know.
The way Panu is played, it's hard to find a hole in that game, and for Coons, it's finding some positives in your own and what you do well, and then at that point you can maybe then take it that next step to, you know, find that break or get yourself into a position to win this second set. But losing that first set 6-1, it's seeing some of those first serves go in and getting an ace, you know, there in that last game, a big one to see that, hey, I'm picking my spots.
Yep.
The first serve's looking well, you know, to really start to mount some momentum here in set number 2.
Yeah, the momentum's great. I mean, you know, he kept the confidence up, lost 6-1, and he didn't get down in the dumps. He got right back up, and again, I'm very impressed with the way he's rebounded from that. You know, and he's you know, stringing away some games, and you know, seeing that scoreboard goes up on your side a little bit does mentally it helps you. So showing a lot of energy coming out of the changeover. You know, he's running back, and you know, I think this will be a really good set here.
Panu just doing a costume change. It's right around 85 degrees, but about 75% humidity at the start of the match, and Panu was very comfortable in that first set, going through, sweating a good bit here because of the heat and humidity that we have here at match time.
Yeah, Panu has changed his shirt. He's perspiring a lot, and Holden looks like he's still a little, you know, not as wet. So shape is not one thing that Holden lacks. Oh.
15 love.
Just missed one. But again, he's doing what he needs to do, you know, trying to not get pushed around and just push that one wide. But, you know, his body language is very positive here, and he's making him play a little bit.
Thirty love.
So that shot sails long for Coons. Would you encourage him to try to lengthen points, get into a few longer rallies, be more aggressive, go for the drop shot? We haven't seen it attempted a whole lot here from Coons' side of things in this match so far.
Yeah, I think that'd be great for him to, you know, play a little bit more balls in there and get in and mix it up a little bit. Not let KP control. Oh, wow.
Coons giving it all he's got to get to that shot. Didn't know if he was going to make it to that drop shot. Did well to get there, but
40 love.
just unfortunate for him. But Panu right where he needed to be to just put the next ball back in the court.
He's fighting real hard, Brad. I mean, KP's touch is really nice. I mean, again, he's given a good mix of hard balls and touch, and we have a little chess match going here, though. Giving me the finger.
Game Panu.
And a tricky serve to deal with there for Coons as He gets another hold.
Two
Up
games
to
all,
two
second
apiece
set.
here in this second set.
Great hold there from KP. Good response back to Holden's game, and now the pressure's back a little bit on Holden. But 2-all nonetheless, and you have a good battle in the second set here.
Love.
Two well-worked points for Holden to go up 30-love here in this game.
30 love.
Great close out there from Holden. Staying aggressive, as we said, and that's what he has to continue to do.
That approach sails on Holden. Panu can't get that drop shot to fall, so 2 shots to hold for Coons here.
40-15.
Yeah, went for a drop shot there. I had Holden on the run. He got a little cute there, but
Game Coons.
So Coons, another hold. So we're still on serve here on the second set.
Coons leads 3-2.
Coons
second
leads
set.
3-2 here in this second set.
great hold there from Holden.
Continuing to do what he needs to do so far in the second set, just holding serve and still trying to find any kind of spot in Panu's service games, but Panu playing very well in his service games as well. But just Coons holding his own, what he needs to right now, much better, much stronger than what we saw in the first set.
Yeah, after that first set, again, Holden took care of his first serves, and he's hanging in there. I think, you know, it's a classic men's battle now. You know, his serves are being very strong right now, and I think the first opportunity in this will become on the returner side here. The returners, you know, definitely gonna have to come through and do, because both guys are serving pretty well. Both are playing aggressive, and it's good to see. You know, the crowd's getting in the match. You know, getting a little bit, you know, more vocal behind Holden. You know, again, he's the local favorite here. You know, just from down the street. York is, I think, about 30, 40 minutes down the street there. So we have a lot of local support.
So Panu to serve here, looking to stay on serve at the midway point of this second set. Hasn't had much of a scare or nothing to really make him sweat besides the heat so far in this match.
Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think he's at a break point or so, but we gotta watch his health. You know, he's sweating a lot, so could pay.
And a good return from Coons to help set up that approach.
Love 15.
Yep. And it looks to me, Brad, KP's slowing down a little bit. You know, I don't know if he's just taking his time, but Coons looked really good here, and very good return to set up that point.
$15
A good serve there from Panu.
Two serves and volleys in a row. Looked like he was trying to shorten it up here, so.
Yeah, it's just taking notice to the net 2 times in a row. We haven't seen a lot of net play so far in this set, and then plenty of times between points.
Yes.
A lot slower to just pick up the balls and get himself set up for that next point.
Yeah, Holden's bouncing around, looking very ready to go here. Seemed like it was a let.
So the call is a let. Did clip the net cord.
Yep.
And that shot falls in for Coons. One that just makes you hold your breath when it hits the net cord there. Threatening to go long, but does stay in. Now, just as we made mention at the start of this game, maybe a little bit of a threat here for Coons.
A little bit of a crevice here. Second serve. Look for Holden to be a little aggressive here off 15-30. Yes.
And now, 2 break chances for Holden.
15-40.
Big opportunity here for Holden. As I alluded to a little bit, looks like KP's slowing down a little bit. I don't know if...
Up to that point, he had approached the net the first 3 points.
Yes.
And there he gets it. A break for Holden Coons. The midway point of this second set to go up 4-2. Maybe a big moment for him here if he can hold serve now.
Maybe the tables are turning here. Big break right there on KP's first missed backhand at a match.
Love 15.
But following the breakup is just as important here for Coons after earning one that maybe seemed impossible after that first set. But it's following it up now here in this second.
Great serve.
15-0.
Hitting the back of the line there. But you know it's what they say, Brad. It's not a break until you hold. So even though it's a break in theory, you have to hold that next game to solidify it.
Panu continuing to look to take an aggressive, quick approach.
Oh,
15-30.
great return there. KP's still staying aggressive here.
Continually coming in past the baseline.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely taking a interest in trying to take that ball early.
And shots from Holden to level it at 30 apiece.
30 all.
Very nice from Holden there. Great return, and he stepped in and took it there again. Holden's doing what he needs to do. He's staying aggressive, and huge point right here in the match. Just missed the first serve. Second serve. Look for KP to attack here, which he did.
And landed that split step just inside the baseline.
30-40.
And now he's got a chance to break right back.
It's so important, Brad, when the big points like that, you gotta get this first serve in. You know he's gonna lean in on that second serve, so even if you have to take a little bit off of it. So hopefully Holden can stay in this to prolong this game. If not, we're
And we trade breaks.
Game Panu.
Right back to being on serve.
Coons leads 4-3.
Coons still in
second set.
front, 4-3, but can't follow up the break with a hold. So we're right back at level pegging here in this second set.
well, that's a mark of a good player. You just get broken and you come right back and you break back and stayed aggressive with it. We didn't see any drop in his intensity there, and Holden missed a few first serves there, even though he made that last one. But we're back on serve here.
No, he wasn't able to hold his serve. It does seem like there's some more openings with at least how Panu has decided he's going to approach the game at this point. He's showing maybe some fatigue or some follow-up residual effects from that injury from a day ago, and he's taken a whole different approach. It's changed his game a bit. So,
right.
And it seemed like it has played into Coons' favor at least a little bit in being able to. He's winning more points. He's in contention a lot more of these games right now. Maybe we'll see if there's any change from Panu here after the changeover or not. But it looks like he wants to play out the second set very aggressive.
Yeah. There's definitely something going on over there with Canoe. I mean, he definitely doesn't have that same type of energy, and he changed his tactic a little bit to try to shorten it up. So, it could be a tactic. It could be he felt a little fatigue. It'll tell. But I do know one thing. Coons looks as fresh as a daisy right now.
Coons able to get to that one, but just not able
15
to
love.
get the racket to it as he'd like.
Yeah, great dig there from KP, and Coons got to it, just couldn't quite get it over. Critical part of the match here, Brad. So 3-4 here. Every point is very vital. More important than at the beginning. Second serve opportunity here from Holden. And
30 long.
firing a little long there. He's trying to stay aggressive, so it's good, but he's got to make sure he stays stays positioned well. Jumping around, Holden is, and you know, he's trying to stay engaged, which you love to see here. And an ace.
It's going the way that Panu wants this game. Points staying
40 left.
short and 3 chances to hold.
Yeah, at this point, KP definitely is looking to shorten points, and great serve there.
And a good shot there from Holden.
Tremendous get.
40-15.
Challenging points from side to side, but for both players. Holden able to come up with the winner, but still 2 more chances to hold here.
I know we said before, you know, Holden looks very fresh here. KP taking his time. Second serve opportunity. Holden's got to stay aggressive.
Gets another one back. Still
40,
one more chance
30.
to hold for Panu.
One thing Holden's doing well, Brad, is he's staying aggressive. He's going for his shots, no matter the circumstance, which is great. Yep. Serving a little long here. Another second serve opportunity. Holden's being very aggressive with these. I expect to see another aggressive return here. Try to get on top.
What a point from KP Panu. It looked like Coons, the aggressor there, but Panu able to come up with the pass and get the hold, and knots us at 4 apiece.
Yeah, very aggressive there. He did what he's supposed to. He just got it right back to him. KP taking the water and going back to but he's really feeling it, I think. Taking his time. Trying to buy time, it looks like, also.
Like you said, Coons, the much fresher of the two, not showing as much fatigue. For Panu, I mean, he may be showing that fatigue and struggling out there a little bit physically. His shots, I mean, he's still making this such a challenge for Holden so far.
He's a very good shot maker, and as you say, like, even though he's looking fatigued, he's still getting there and making the shots. And tight call here. Goes Holden's way.
15-0.
Another good serve and one for Holden Coons.
30-15.
2 forehand winners in a row. Holden's really letting loose on it, and that's great for his side right now.
Panu back to playing
30
points
all.
from the baseline from that last changeover where he was much more aggressive. Back to just pounding away at the baseline and winning points from there.
Yeah, good mix up there. It's almost like he's playing a little bit of possum, you know. He's going slow, play short points, and then he just playing there. So it's important for Holden to stay very focused there. 30 all, very crucial point right here. Crucial time in the match.
Let.
30 all let. First serve is very crucial for Holden here.
And a break point chance for Panu.
Great
and a
depth
huge
there.
moment in the match.
Great depth there.
First serve missed.
Huge opportunity here for KP, second serve.
And he sensed it and took it.
Game Panu.
Back-to-back breaks for KP Panu, and he has a chance to serve out this match at 5-4 in the second set.
By 1 set to love.
Yeah, he played right into KP's hand there, Brad. You know, KP got there and you knew he was going to take it and come in. And, you know, it's kind of unfortunate there. You know, Holden was up and got into a hole there. But a little bit, I think that's where the experience comes into play.
And for Coons, who has been doing what he needed to do throughout this second set, now back-to-back breaks. Might be easy to get deflated or try to change the game and get really aggressive at this point. What would you advise him to do with his back against the wall right now at 5-4?
So he's definitely, you know, he's going to have to count on KP a little bit to pull this out. But the biggest thing you got to do is he's got to continue to stay aggressive. That's what he did mainly in this set. Stay aggressive, you know, maybe take a couple steps back so he can lean into a little bit. But you know, he's gonna probably need to count on a little bit of some first serves missed here. But you know, KP senses blood, so you know it's gonna be tough for him. But he has to continue to do what he did in the majority of the second set, is continue to stay aggressive.
So Panu a chance to serve out the Metzger Open here at 5-4 in the second set.
Love.
Big first serve there to open this game.
And that's an example of a veteran right there, serving for the match. You know, the first serves is crucial, and he put it in there to get himself ahead.
Back-to-back big first serves.
30 love.
Love.
And 3 shots
40 love.
at it for KP Panu. 40 love here, championship point. 3 straight championship points coming up.
Yeah, Holden's got a little discouraged there, and KP has 3 match points.
And trying to get just a bit too cute
40,
there
15.
on the serve and drop volley.
A little razzle-dazzle there.
But still 2 shots to close this one out at 40-15.
First serve missed.
Tries to go for another slice
40,
drop shot.
30.
Another one into the net, so 40-30.
There's competitive Holden coming out here.
Fights
Never
off
over
2
till it's
points.
over. Yes.
One more shot for KP Panu to close out this Metzger Open at 40-30.
Missed first serve. Little opportunity here for Holden.
That one sails long.
Panu.
KP Panu, your Metzger Open champion.
6-1,
6-1, 6-4 over Holden Coons here today in just an hour and 15 minutes.
Yes. Very good, very good playing by KP there. And Holden shouldn't hold his head down. Did a really good job of trying to stay in there, but KP, with his veteran experience, came through there.
Holden showed good fight, especially in that last game, nearly taking that one to deuce. And that last point, he made sure that KP Panu was going to win it there late, because I feel like I was holding my breath when KP went for another dropper after the last 2 went into the nets.
Yeah. I think if it'd be very interesting if Holden won that point there, but you know, I mean, I think KP's feeling it again. He's perspiring so much, and but he closed it off, and you got to give him the credit. I mean, he played a really
The Camaro band, is that right?
good
Camaro?
match there.
So we'll look to head to
That's great. Thank you.
tournament director Craig Mathias for the award ceremony
Okay,
down on the
can't
court.
plug anything more. Just did a good job. Let it go. All right, 33rd Metzger Open's in the books. Couple glitches with the weather, but we finished on time, so Holden can make his 9:20 flight back to Dallas. And I appreciate Holden's effort coming here, even though it was a family reunion. He loves the Metzger Open, and we love Holden. So if we had a Miss Congeniality contest, which is kind of weird because there's no women here in this tournament, but these two would tie for first. The two nicest players we've ever had. I appreciate their sportsmanship. They're friendly. They're nice. They don't badger me. And when we jump around with schedules, they say, okay, fine. I mean, KP's by the pool sunning with Greg Theberge. And so, I mean, seriously, if you can do that, I mean, you're really a great guy. So thank you, KP. I can thank a lot of people, but you don't want to hear me talk anymore. So let's get Julie Metzger out here. I named this tournament after her father some 33 years ago. And it's from a love of a band, a spirit for tennis, a friend of mine, and that's why we have the Metzger Open. All right, Julie.
Thank you, Craig. I think you're going to make me cry. But, you know, it is really hard to believe that this has been going on for 33 years. I have to carry around this program and look at it and just remind myself, how did this happen? Well, actually, I know how it happened. And I'm here to say that I'd be willing to bet over the last 33 years, there isn't a day that Craig hasn't thought about this tournament and how he's going to make it better. So would you agree that it just keeps getting better? Yeah. Yeah. So when Craig reimagined the Pennsylvania clay courts to the Metzger Open, it was obviously quite the honor for my family. But you know, it's brought just an amazing interest in tennis to our area here. So I think Central Pennsylvania is very grateful to have this tournament here. And you know what? I love seeing all these fans out here. Thank you so much for coming, for being here, for putting up with rain delays and everything else. But I really appreciate it, because without you being here, I'm not sure how this would happen and keep going on. So thank you. I'd also like to say, obviously, thank you to Craig, but also to your team. Sharon, you are a force. Both court side and behind the scenes, I am sure. So I just want to add my thanks to all the sponsors. You see their names, many of them back up here on the signs. You know, I know that without their participation, it would be hard to pull this off. So thank you to the sponsors. I'd also like to say thank you to the fans. Thank you for everything that has made this possible. And I'd also like to say thank you to the Colonial for all of the venues that have put this on in Colonial. Thank you so much. You do an awesome job. We are grateful. Yeah. So enough for me. I will only say that I can't wait to get my brochure next year that says the 34th. I will get one, right? Okay. And I hope to see you all then. Thank you so much.
Is my son out there? Oh, yeah. Okay. Because he presents the winner's trophy. But first, we want to hear from Holden Coons, who's going to thank me, how great I am, and you know. So let's hear from Holden Coons for runner-up.
Thank you guys for coming out. I'm thinking this is probably year 7 or 8 for me playing this tournament. So I count on playing it every single summer. So being able to play a high level of tennis in Central PA is always very, very fun for me. So even now that I'm down in Dallas, Texas, I always look forward to this. Thank you to the sponsors, the club, Doc, Sharon, everyone. Specifically, though, our court crew. Thank you very much for getting the court ready. That was a valiant effort. I mean, I think 4 hours ago, there might have been this much water on the court. So, and actually, the court played great. I'm not sure about UKP. Yeah, so thank you all, and see you next year.
Yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Murphy Melliner for supervising the court maintenance of his father and Maya, and our old pro from the country club of Harrisburg, Lance Dennett, came out here and helped. We even had the owner, Mark DeSanto, out there doing labor with cigar. He did a great job. Appreciate it. Anybody else do that? No. Anyway, Maya, I thank you for all your help this week. I'll give you some money afterwards. Don't worry. You want to check, Holden? Here, please hold that. All right, Adam Weichert, M&T Bank, one of our biggest. I don't know what to call you guys, but you really support the PA Breast Cancer Coalition, and I can't thank you more for you being involved in helping me get this done. And M&T is like the leading, to breast cancer, and thank you so much, Adam.
Great event, great event. I'm just happy I didn't have to play in the tournament. Was a close call. Dylan, valiant effort the other night. We'll look forward to number 34 next year. Thanks, everybody.
So, Adam, even though this is not a direct donation to the breast cancer, could you please give this check to our winner? And Deuce will give the trophy to KP. Okay. And Natalie from Pennsylvania Breast Cancer Coalition, and it's got to be your son. This is Andy. Hi, Andy.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone who was a part of putting this open on. Congratulations to both of you, to M&T Bank. And I'm happy to say that you are all our grassroots partners. We are a small statewide organization. We could not do the work we do without you. We provide patient advocacy, care packages, and I'm happy to say that this year we've reached $6 million contributed to breast cancer research, and that's what you're all a part of here today. So I just want to say thank you. It's great to see this. I agree with Julie. It gets better every year. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think we gave $5 million, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check the books. Check with me in a week or two. Anyway, like I said, Miss Congeniality won. KP, New Zealand. Guy played a couple years ago here. I checked with him about a month ago. He goes, mate, yeah, I'll do this. I'm like, really? All right, I'll bring you back, and I'm really glad I did. Thank you.
Check, check. Yeah, well, it's so great to be back. I came here 3 years ago, and it was an amazing event. It was really well run by Doc, and this year surpassed it somehow. And every year, everyone says it gets better and better, and I believe it, and I can attest to that definitely. Just a few words to Jeff and Terry. Thank you for being an amazing host family and really welcoming me and bringing me in. This is a great community you guys have here, and I've really enjoyed my few days here. Doc, 34 years running the tournament. I mean, a tournament of this scale is not easy to run, and the behind-the-scenes work that goes into it, I mean, can't thank this guy enough, and he can't get enough appraisal for, you know, the effort that goes into running such an amazing event. Legend, as we say in New Zealand. And then, yeah, all the sponsors and the team that make this possible. It's such a fun event. I hope I can be back. And, yeah, Michael, don't forget you. And, yeah, thanks, guys. All
right. do I have to do anything more, Sharon? It's good? Okay, anyway, the band can play Tom and Colleen Weber. Don't leave me. Thank you. All right, guys. See you next year. Thank you.
So that'll wrap it up for us here for another Metzger Open. BJ, fun to do it with you, and looking forward to being back for number 34.
I love it. I love it. Love to be back, and hope to see you number 34, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next year.